welcome back to Kirk Kooks. Today we are going to be cooking another Indian recipe today. We're going to be doing a nice mild creamy chicken korma. Now I personally like my curries with a bit of spice, but the hottest my wife's willing to get to is like a duppy-atsa. I like quite a bit of heat in my curries, but today we're going to do a korma, it's a classic. So the first thing to do with this is to make a nice marinade and leave the chicken to marinate for a while. You ideally want to leave it for at least an hour. The longer you leave it for, the better really. I'm actually going to leave it overnight. So I did that yesterday. So if we go back to yesterday when I recorded me making the marinade and everything, I'll go through the process with you of getting all that ready and preparing the chicken for the chicken korma. Okay, so obviously the first thing we need to do is make the marinade for the chicken so we can leave it. First thing you want, some tomato passata. If you haven't got tomato passata, you can use tin tomatoes, anything like that. We want 3/4 of a cup of this, so just going to put that in here. We want 1 cup of Greek yogurt, or yogurt, which in this case would be near enough the full tub. Next, we want 1/2 cup of almonds, be about 100 grams, chuck those in. Want a couple of small pieces of fresh ginger, chuck those in. 4 cloves of garlic, just get these peeled and chuck those in. So next you want 1 tablespoon of garam masala. Big tablespoon. About a teaspoon of salt. 1/2 tablespoon of coriander. 1/2 tablespoon of turmeric. And 1/2 tablespoon of paprika. Which is about all I've got left in that jar anyway. And that is the marinade, everything in there. I just need to get this now and process this into a nice smooth korma paste. Might want the lid. Oh, that smells good. So once that's blended, get rid of this stuff. You want a bowl. You want to take this nice yogurty marinade, pour that into your bowl. If you're an idiot like me, clean up any mess. So then next you want a chopping board and 6 chicken thighs. This is about 650 grams. These are boneless and skinless, so all we've got to do is just chop these up into bite-sized pieces. And all your bite-sized pieces go in this lovely marinade. So get all these chopped up, get them all in there. So you just want to give this a mix, good mix, make sure everything's nice and covered and coated. Then get yourself some plastic wrap, cover this up. Then you just leave that to marinate now for at least an hour. As future me said earlier on, we're leaving it overnight. So we will come back to this tomorrow. You ain't got to wait that long. Because right now, we'll travel back to the future to future me. I'm going to pop this in the fridge. Then thanks to past me, we have a nice marinated chicken here. A nice korma paste, ready to be cooked. Should have a lot of flavour because it's been marinating, like I say, overnight. So before we do anything with this, just going to leave this to the side for now, just let it warm up a little bit because it's been in the fridge. So, only other thing we need for this recipe is an onion. We just need to chop this onion, don't need to be really finely chopped. I mean, when you have a curry, it usually has quite big chunks of onion in it, so we just need to chop this onion up quickly. But before we do that, get whatever you're going to be cooking this in heating up. So I've got a sort of wok-like pan. Not a proper wok because it hasn't got a round bottom, but it's a sort of wok. This is what I'm going to use. This wants about a tablespoon of olive oil in it. And just a little... now. Oh. Put that in the bin. We'll get some more. Bit more careful this time. And just a little knob of butter. I'm going to put that on a medium heat. So that can heat up a little while we chop our onion. Just get this peeled, chop the end off. Get rid of this. Just quickly chop the onion, just chop it in half. Chop it in a quarter. And just chop it into little chunks. So we just want to take our onion, put it in the pan. Just want to give this a little stir, break it all up, and leave this for about 5 minutes, let it just start to soften and just starting to brown. Once that's done, we can start adding the other bits to it. Okay, so that is just starting to brown now, so that's ready for where we want it to be. Now we want to take our chicken, our marinade, everything in this bowl wants to go in the pan now. Make sure you get all your marinade out. Get all this mixed together. Oh, smells coming off this already, honestly. As much as I love getting a takeaway Indian curry and stuff like that, can't beat the smells and the aromas you get from cooking it yourself at home. So once you've got all that onion incorporated into your chicken and your marinade and all that sort of thing, we now just want to leave this for about 15 minutes, just to let the chicken cook through. So at this medium-high heat, this will cook well pretty quickly. So just keep giving this a little stir every now and again. Say 15 minutes, and this should be about ready. To be honest, most of the hard work with this was done yesterday. I mean, I've literally just chopped an onion, give it a brief bit of frying, chucked all the chicken in here, and then it's just a case of just stirring a pot. It's a really good dish that you can prepare the night before if you're in a rush or something the next day. And it tastes great as well, So I'm going to keep my eye on this. We'll come back to this in about 15 minutes. Then we go with the next step. Okay, so once your 15 minutes are up, 300 ml of fresh double cream. Get that in there. Get this all stirred in. Then I'm just going to turn the heat up a little bit. This wants another 5 minutes just to cook the cream into it. Then it's done. Really is that simple. And then that is finished. So serve this up with a bit of rice, a bit of naan bread, and we're ready to go. Just got some rice I've already prepared, just get that in here. And we'll take some of this lovely korma we've just made, put that on top of our rice. Smells absolutely amazing, this. Made a bit of a mess, that makes a change. So there we have our finished chicken korma. Quite a big pot, loads there. Quite away you little pig. Okay, so that just leaves the tasting. Smells absolutely amazing. Just grab a piece, bit of rice under there, nice big chunk of chicken and onion. Oh, it's really creamy and you can really taste the spices we put in there. Come on you, go. grab another little bite. Oh. Get little bits of the almonds, because obviously, although we blended all that, I didn't completely blend it. It's got odd little bits of crunch from the almonds, which is really nice. I think this is probably one of the nicest kormas I've ever eaten. I don't eat korma a lot, but this is really, really good. Let's get a little bit, look, pop it on the end of this. I do like a naan bread. This is just a plain one. I like peshwari and keema. Something we might do on the channel soon is make our own naans. Oh, see, that is so good. For how quick and easy this was. This is absolutely amazing. I've tried kormas from restaurants and stuff before. The kids have left a bit, I'll give it a little try. And to me, this is up there with the kormas I've had from restaurants before. This is really, really good. Right, so there you go. Homemade chicken korma. So that is going to be everything for this episode. I'm going to get stuck into this. So, I'll catch you next time. Come on, blokes. Move. It is once again Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Pizza Wednesday.
Jelly bean and sausage pizza.
Strawberry surprise pizza with anchovy sauce.
Peanut butter and clams is an acquired taste.
Anchovies and bananas.
Oh.